Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Jon Targaryen here in the Game of Thrones mod, and we are looking at the holdings of our two current enemies. Not only are we still facing the insurgency and the rebellion by Lord Paramount Viserys Targaryen of the Stormlands against his nephew King Aegon VI, but now we are facing a Blackfyre rebellion, the sixth Blackfyre rebellion here, and that is being led by King Aegon, the self-styled King Aegon of the Blackfyre host. He's an interesting character. You can see here that he is honest, honorable, and ambitious. He is handsome, quick, fairly skilled warrior in a lot of respects, and he is probably going to be a difficult enemy for us to fight. You can see he's got some quite a few like warriors in his court here, some Westerosi Valyrians. So I imagine these are people that he's hired in Essos, mercenaries and whatnot, just the worst of rapscallions here that have come to the Seven Kingdoms to take it over and put King Aegon Blackfyre on the throne. We're going to do our best to help our brother King Aegon VI in stopping this invasion, but we will have a difficult time. You'll also notice that our brother has taken to Milk of the Poppy. Apparently, the rigors of the current war and all of this is making life very difficult for him. As some of you have pointed out, he's had some struggles here in the early part of his reign, and you know, maybe we would see him as lacking the competence of his father Rhaegar and our father, but I think that for now we're still loyal to our brother, but it's going to be interesting to see how he turns out. He's actually paranoid and such now, so he's probably fearing assassins, probably rightfully so. But it'll be curious to see how this all plays out. But for now, we are loyal to our brother, and we're going to try to help him fend off these two invasions if we can. We do have some positions opened up here. I'm just going to assign somebody who seems reasonably able here. So perhaps we'll put Lord Oswin here in charge of our fleet. He's not particularly good with stewardship here, but he is a fairly decent military character. So let's switch him over to that. Put a Skegosi in charge. Yeah, put a Skegosi in charge of his fleet. Our fleet's just going to become a bunch of pirates. Well, it is what it is. For now, we'll have to deal with that later. We can take a look at the victory and the details of that victory, of the battle we faced here against the combined forces of Viserys Targaryen and the Ironborn. And right off the bat, you can see that Euron Crowseye Greyjoy was slain. So let's take a look at the events here. Lord Howland Reed slew Lord Harwood. So that is House Fell. Sandor Clegane wounded Lord Michael. Sandor was wounded himself. Lord Randall wounded Lord Herbert. Lord Pearman of Red Front slew Lord Euron Crowseye in the while he was retreating for battle. Euron slain while retreating from battle here. Who is this guy? House Crane. Very interesting. He's a skilled warrior, this guy from House Crane. And then he wounded Dagon Greyjoy as well. So this guy has it out for the Greyjoys. Maybe they raided his lands or something like that. So he's been going after Greyjoy specifically in the battle. Looks like Lord Omer was slain. I believe that's House Roxton. Indeed it is. Lord Lucas rampaged through the soldiers and became a berserker. House Sunderly. So from the... Oh, he's an Ironborn. Okay, so House Sunderly, another Ironborn. And we did capture Lord Courtney of House Penrose. So there you go. That's the details of that battle. Now, what are we going to do from here? I mean, we don't have a massive amount of troops with which to deal with the enemy. Maybe we'll go and like raise the siege here. I think that might be our best bet. Doran has joined in the war against the rebels here. Oh, you know what? So maybe we should try to join up with the Dornish army. You'll notice that the Reach is dealing with problems of their own. Lord Paramount Willis here is dealing with a pretty massive rebellion. His entire southeastern, all of the lords in the southeast have rebelled against him here, led by Lord Baelor, a bright smile of House Hightower. They're trying to put Loras on the throne. Yeah, they're looking to put Loras, I imagine, as some kind of puppet or something of the sort, but this is a massive rebellion. If we take a look here, you'll see that actually the attackers, Lord Baelor here, has a significant numbers advantage. I would be heavily surprised if Lord Willis can retain his position here, but we shall see. The Westerlands, Tyrion is just keeping out of this whole mess for now, understandably so. There is nothing for him in getting involved in this at the moment. Obviously, King Aegon looks like he's probably on his back foot, considering he's now facing not one, but two massive armies coming in to take the throne from him. So if I was Tyrion, I probably wouldn't be backing King Aegon either, because easily one of these two could take over, and then what position are you going to be in? So he's just waiting and seeing, and that seems like a pretty smart move by a pretty smart man. Looks like the Tullys are holding off as well. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think that Edmure would hold any lost love towards the Targaryens, considering that his father was executed by the Mad King. So his father was executed by a Targaryen. He just took the Riverlands back from House Derry, who had been put in the position of Lord Paramount after the Tullys were ousted. So yeah, no surprise that Edmure is not assisting with that either. So King Aegon VI, he has his work cut out for him. We'll try to assist as much as we can, but for now, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Ooh, massive armies coming in. And yeah, the House Tyrell's forces are pulling out. I don't think that I am going to risk getting caught by those armies. We're obviously leading our forces ourselves. As somebody pointed out, a possible explanation for why Aegon is still here in the Iron Islands is that his ships may have been, you know, they might be kind of like blocked off by like some storms and bad weather, so they can't leave the islands just yet to return. So best case scenario is that they are able to get their troops back, but I'm not 100% convinced that they will be able to. Ooh, okay. It looks like we might be able to engage in a battle here if the Tyrell forces do. Oh, and Lord Paramount Willis is leading this himself, so we might actually be able to get in here and join. Yeah, okay. I think we'll have the advantage here. We're going to send our troops in, and we will assist in this battle. I think we'll get that numbers advantage. So we're going up against Balon Greyjoy himself. So there we go. Tough fight. He's got 32 prowess. But actually, you'll notice we've got insanely high prowess. 42 prowess, and we're still young. We can still improve that, but we are definitely one of the best warriors in the Seven Kingdoms. We were trained by the Sword of the Morning, Sir Arthur Dayne himself, so it's no surprise that we are that level of warrior. And so Lord Balon is going to face defeat here. Auric killed Dagon Greyjoy, so another Greyjoy was slain. Looks like the Greyjoys are losing a lot of members from their house. How many they got? They got 22 living members, so they're not in danger of going extinct or anything, but they've lost a few, more than a few, in these latest battles here. So, looks like we will potentially find our success in the next few moments here, and we did, obviously. We will send their forces packing, and I would be surprised if this isn't the last time that we can get some help from the House Tyrell. But the Dornish are coming in just in the nick of time. So here we go. We've got the Dornish. So with them, we might be able to defeat the enemy. Can we chase them down? I wonder. Where are they all running to? Yeah, here we go. All right. Oh, with the Dornish are not going to come to our aid. We might still be able to win here. Sandor Clegane. Oh no, the Hound was slain. That's unfortunate. The Hound, unfortunately. Why do we only have 2 knights? They are insane. Howland Reed has 59 prowess, but why do we only have 2 knights? Have they just all been dying? What happened here in this battle? Knights, events. So yeah, Aegon Greyjoy was slain. Who's this? You've been killing some people. Just a lowborn man, Eric. But he's got some great stats there. Looks like, yeah, okay. So we need some more knights though. Why? Where are all of you? Why are you not fighting in our army? Will we still be able to defeat the forces? Yeah, okay. So despite the fact that the Dornish didn't manage to get here to assist us in this fight, looks like we're still going to be able to pull off a victory here. So it's just going to be a little bit more difficult than we might have imagined. Oh, and we gained a little bit of money. We're losing so much money that we really need to keep making as much as we can. We can get another perk. I wonder if Chivalric Dominance, Knight Captain Effectiveness. I mean, this is just going to make Howland Reed even more insane, so might as well do that. So here we are taking it to Balon Greyjoy himself. So we're going up against this seasoned commander, this raver, this warrior, Balon Greyjoy. And we are just a young man, a young warrior here. But I'm pretty sure we're making a name for ourselves. This is like true Game of Thrones style when these characters would make... Wait, Howland Reed was slain in battle? Who killed him? He was just like a random soldier. Slain in battle, Howland Reed. Damn. Well, death. There goes a legend. Although in the game, he is kind of marked as essentially one of the best warriors in the entire game, if not the best warrior. I do like the explanation that we got to see in the show. So I think in the mod and in some other bits of media, it puts Howland Reed as being this amazing warrior because he was one of the only survivors from the Tower of Joy with Ned Stark. And Ned Stark said that it was Howland Reed who saved his life from the Three Kingsguard and Arthur Dayne, whom they were fighting against at the Tower of Joy there. So I think there was this idea that Howland Reed was this amazing warrior, but I like the explanation in the show, and I imagine that's might be canon in the books when they come, if they ever come out, that Howland Reed, it's not because he was an amazing warrior, but basically that he just took advantage of an opportunity and potentially just stabbed Arthur Dayne or whatever in the back, and that was how they found victory. I think that makes a lot more sense and honestly is more interesting and fits with the lore better than Howland Reed just being an insane warrior. I think that is kind of the most fitting explanation for it. So I'd like to chase down the enemy forces, but we would take a crazy amount of attrition here. So can we... I just don't want to risk that attrition. Nor do I want to get stuck in a bunch of sieges. And we have no idea what the Blackfyre is here. Like where even... Oh, he's met up with the Lord of Duskendale, Lord Ricker, who has betrayed his king. And they've got a pretty powerful army here. What do they got? About 15,000, about 24,000 troops here. So that is threatening. That is definitely enough to at least challenge us here with our little Dornish alliance. So what else we got? Southstone. Yeah, Southstone's going against us. Ugh, things are not looking good, and the forces of the Iron Throne are still on the islands here. We got to deal with Viserys so that we can finally uh, take down the Blackfyres, but we'll see if we get that opportunity. I mean, Viserys probably doesn't have. Oh, he's massively in debt now. He's massively in debt here. You can see, what is this trait? Denounced. Ah, he's been denounced. Yeah, there you go. But he's massively in debt, and you'll remember that he had a huge mercenary army, so he took out probably a lot of loans from the Iron Bank and brought in that mercenary army, but now he has a lot of debts that he's going to have to pay at some point, so we'll see if he's able to. Oh, okay, where are you going? Oh yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna try to get him here. Yeah, good job, Dorne. Let's move in. Let's assist the Dornish here. Oh, it's Viserys himself. Come on, we gotta capture this guy. Damn. We did not manage to capture him. Let's take a look at the battle here that we did with Balon. Yeah, so Lord Howland maimed Lord Gilbert, Gilbert Farwind. And then he was slain by an enemy soldier. Ugh. F's in the chat for Howland Reed. Lord Willem was wounded by Lord Hake. So Willem Dustin, probably our most trusted ally and vassal here, wounded Ravos. Oh, look at this. He is pretty badass. And then Sandor Clegane, the Hound, was slain by an enemy soldier. So we lost two of our greatest warriors here in that battle. So a bit of a Pyrrhic victory there, but it is what it is. Can we get this? Yeah, can we get you there? Let's just smash this. Yeah, all right, Balon. Gonna take you down one more time. Battlefield Knighthood. Who is this man? Ario Hota. Haha. Yeah, I like this character from the books. He's a bit of an old man now, but Ario Hota is... Yeah, let's knight him. Sure. Why not? He's a Norvoshi man. So from the... I believe Norvos is in the north of Essos. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's up around with like Qohor and some of the other ones that I don't remember the names of. I'm pretty good with most of my Game of Thrones lore, but not all of it, and I'll definitely be making mistakes, so I'm sure I'll get some corrections in the comments when I do. But let's take a little look at that battle here. So up against Viserys, he doesn't have much left. He should just surrender, shouldn't he? But he refuses to do so. But looks like we are going to be able to at least win that war, but who knows what's going to happen once we have to deal with the Blackfyres here. Luckily, Oberyn, the Red Viper, is still alive and kicking. Lord of Gaston Grey, so that prison island, well, he's fighting in these battles, that's for sure. Nothing of interest happened there in that battle, though. All right, so what do we do? Well, there isn't really that much we can do to, the Reach is dealing with their own problems here. Looks like it hasn't really been decided one way or another. I suspect the Reach or that Willis is going to lose, but you never know. He might be able to pull off a victory here. The Blackfyre Rebellion is still just as it is, so we do have way more forces here. Oh, what happened to Doran? Doran died from his wounds. Oh, wow. At how old? Age 59? And now Princess Ariane of Dorne is now their ruler. So Princess Ariane here is going to be the new ruler of Dorne, and hopefully she will assist her cousin, yes, indeed, in these wars. We shall see. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how things are all going to play out here, but looks like maybe we're going to try doing some sieges. We'll see. A courtier between friends, my vassal Lord Hagen has honored me with a visit and brought one of his courtiers along. Hagen approaches me excitedly. Well met, Lord Paramount Jon. It pleases me to see you thriving here in Winterfell. It has occurred to me that Tim might be of service in your court. He is an incredibly talented scholar, the brightest I have ever learned from. I would make use of him myself, but alas, it doesn't seem possible. I would hate to see his great talent go to waste. Won't you take him to unleash his potential? Ooh, look at this guy. So he's a skag, but he is a formidable fighter, berserker. You know, he is... I mean, we could certainly use a warrior. That is absolutely for certain. Yeah, so I guess we're gonna do some sieges here with the forces of Dorne nearby and just do our best to try to finish off Viserys here before we deal with the Blackfyre. So he's gaining some advantage. So what is going to happen here? That is a good question. We're just gonna continue to let time run and just you know what I think happened here is that perhaps, you know, that storm came in and kind of like blocked all of the forces from getting off the island, and then the Ironborn came in and sank all of the ships of the Iron Throne's forces here, and so they're kind of stuck on this island until they can, you know, get like capture some more ships or something like that, or somebody comes to their aid, perhaps like ships from the Arbor or something, but they can't deal with that right now because there's a rebellion going on here. So right now King Aegon is just stuck up there. He's currently in King's Landing. His forces are way over there. So he's directing things from King's Landing, but you know, that is still a question that remains to be seen, whether we are going to survive this war or not. What has happened here? Oh my gosh, King Aegon is now the new dynasty head? Yeah, he is. So the power is shifting towards the Blackfyre as well. Well now indeed. Very curious to see what is going to happen here. And just everybody's poor. Nobody has any money left. I mean, King Aegon's got a little bit of money left, but this is turning into a very expensive war. Oh, and there, the forces of the Tyrells were crushed. And even some Dornish as well were caught in that. We seized the Wormwood Annals after that. All right, what does this do? Vassal Opinion +6. Oh, that's pretty good. We can take a look at ice here. We obviously hold the Valyrian Steel Sword Ice, so this is the Great Steel Greatsword of House Stark, spellforged in Valyria over a century before Aegon's conquest. The Starks have owned a sword named Ice since the Age of Heroes. This sword was named as such to continue the tradition. So prowess +9, +0.2 prestige, monthly renown, domain limit, short range duration, heavy infantry toughness. This is an excellent sword and is the pride and joy of our house, or House Stark, but now our own. I'm gonna try to just get pretty close up here with the Dornish forces just for safety's sake. A sellsword? He is decent. We could use warriors. There's no time to turn back warriors unless they're like horrifically evil. But for now, we just want to continue to gain forces. We do need a new Castellan. Oh, who should we put in charge of that? Karstark? Martin of Wolf's Branch? Who's going to be best? Lord Roose? Yeah, you know. I'm not a big fan of the Boltons, you know. Let's see. Who do we have here? Brandon the Younger of House Nori? Honestly, I think that it probably makes sense. Lord Martin of Wolf's Branch. House Cassel is one of the principal bannermen of the Starks. So we'll put Roose back in charge of being our spy master, and we'll put Martin Cassel. here in the position of Castellan. Honestly, in the books, I'm pretty sure Martin Cassel was basically the Castellan of Winterfell, if I remember correctly. All right, so sieges just sieging down. You know what? We might actually win this war if we can get all these sieges done. Edmure, why are you founding a holy order? Okay, well, I don't know if that's concerning or not, but it's certainly interesting. Kind of keeping an eye on, you know, our age and whatnot here. We're still refusing, you know, and we haven't really had time to go and marry our betrothed, but we'll see what happens with that, you know, potentially once these wars are done. Hopefully it won't take that many more years, but the kingdom's been at war for, what, 7 years now? So, yeah, pretty insane that these wars have been going on for this long. Oh, there we go, 89%. Secret exposed. Although there's no way to prove it. Yeah, so here we go, just a bastard child. Well, what do we know of bastard children? I arrive at my castle after a long, lonely walk, I think, or perhaps in our camp, or maybe even just at the castle that we had just captured here, Standwatch. I was born this day 25 years ago. The older I get, the more I cherish the relationships I've cultivated over the years. So it saddens me that I have not heard from Arthur, Master Ethan, or any of my other friends today. I trudge along to my chambers, loneliness impeding my lazy feet, when I hear a clang and hush whispered down the hallway. Ah, a birthday celebration. What a surprise. My friends have come to celebrate my birthday. Despite the war, we are taking a moment to honor the passage of time here and the fact that we are 1 year older. Let's see. You know, let's take the largest gift. And we have become the owner of a fine sword. I mean, we already have a pretty fine sword here. This is a masterwork weapon. Not too bad, though. We'll probably gift this. We're gonna re-gift this sword. I don't know what your opinions are on re-gifting, but it looks like we're probably gonna be doing some re-gifting here. So with the Dornish allies, we are actually going to be able to beat Viserys here and potentially then deal with the forces of the Blackfyres. That's going to be a question that remains to be seen. They still have a lot of troops here. I wonder if they'll gain more allies as kind of time goes along. I do not know if that is the case. I think it was in the Crusader Kings 2 version of the mod that as the tides would swing in favor in these kind of mega wars, more lords would join in when they see that it's going in favor of one versus the other. And there we go. We have defeated Lord Paramount Viserys here. So the question is, what is Aegon going to do with his uncle? Does he even have a choice? You know, what possibilities, you know, are even there for him to do when it comes to his uncle, who probably is still residing. Now he's just running away with his army here into the Reach. So doesn't look like King Aegon can do anything to his uncle directly just yet, but obviously is a traitor, and potentially in the future he may be arrested and face punishment for his crimes. But the forces of the Stormlands and of the Iron Islands have been defeated here, so at the very least we will be able to deal with that problem there. So we can ransom some prisoners. We are definitely going to, because we are heavily in debt here. So let's ransom everybody that we can. And so far, so good here. All right. What do we do now then? I imagine that the answer is that we go and deal with these Blackfyre forces here. So who is it that is fighting alongside the Blackfyres? Who do they have? Their allies are... Can we even see that? Apparently, here we go. So we can take a look here. So, King Aegon of the Blackfyre House, Lord Renfred of Duskendale, Lord Malidor of Stony Shore, so one of the vassals who rebelled against us and then ended up signing up here with King Aegon. So, Lord Garth Greysteel, so a member of House Hightower, joining in. Lord Gunther of Strong Spirits, Lord Quinton of Sunnyvale, and another ally as well. So some more. But we have the Vale, we've got Dorne, we've got, well, Viserys is, I guess, agreed to assist for now. But, I mean, he probably doesn't want a Blackfyre on the throne anymore than Aegon does. We'll see what happens with this next war here, but we shall discover that in the next episode. Until then, thank you for watching.